Hey, what's going on, guys? Thanks for checking out this video on my sports Gematria. In this video, I'm going to go over all the NBA games for Monday, March 1st, 2021. I'm going to show you both sides of each game, and it's going to be up to you to determine who you think will win based on the numbers. I encourage you to add additional information on top of this if needed for you to feel confident in your own pick. And if for some reason you're curious to know who I am picking in these games, you'll have to join my Patreon where my picks are always in writing, underlined, and italicized. For more information on that, please read the description of this video. I wish you guys the best of luck in your picks today. Let's go ahead and get into today's games. We're going to be looking at Mavericks versus Magic, Pacers, and the Sixers, Nuggets, Bulls, Jazz, Pelicans, Nets, Spurs, Cavaliers, Rockets, Hornets, and the Trailblazers. So I have my daily numbers on this side, Gregorian date numerology. Hebrew date numerology. Got my game numbers on this side. Away team up top, home or head-to-head record in the middle, home team at the bottom. So let's get into this first game, Magic and the Mavericks. When I was kind of looking at this, as you know, I was looking at the coach record. Magic, it's their 19th home game. It's their coach's 190th regular season game as a coach for Magic, which is the 190 is the 19th triangular number, I believe. Yeah. But that didn't really point to anything to me as far as a win or a loss. But today does have 9 date numerology on the Gregorian and 45 date numerology as well. 45 is the 9th triangular number, and they can just go ahead and get their 9th home win in their 19th home game in their coach's 190th regular season game coaching for Magic, the 19th triangular number. Magic would sit on 21 losses for the season with the win as they get their 9th win for the home win for the season. The number 9 sums to 21. So that 21 and 9 could be in favor of the Magic. For Mavericks, Mavericks can get their 9th away win or they can get their 9th away loss. And so they could get their 9th away loss. Magic can get their 9th home win. Magic sits on that 21 losses for the season with the win. Today with 9 date numerology, 45, the 9th triangular, the number 9 summing to 21 in Gematria. Flip side though, it is the Mavericks' 33rd game for the season. The number 33 sums to 141. And the number 811 is the 141st prime number. And so in the Mavericks' 33rd game for the season, their coach can get his 811th regular season win. 811 is the 141st prime. 33 sums to 141. Magic would become 8-11 at home for a season record, with the loss matching up with this 8-11 up here. In Mavericks' 33rd game, 33 sums to 141, 8-11, the 141st prime number. More often than not, in the series, teams will tie head-to-head, 1-1. So this could play in the favor of Magic. If not, or excuse me, play in the favor of Magic. Yeah, I had that right. I said that right. So Magic would even the score with revenge, 1-1, like an 11, as their coach. Magic 89th regular season win as a coach for Magic, 89. 11th Fibonacci number. I didn't see much for the 20 Mavericks. If they were to sweep Magic, they'd be 2-0, like 20. I didn't see anything pop out to me on that end. Although today does have 25 date numerology. 25 sums to 149. And Mavericks can get their 38th all-time head-to-head win against Magic with the win. 38 sums to 149. The 35th prime number. 25 sums to 149, the 35th prime number. And it is the Magic's 35th game of the season. So you might have to look a little bit deeper. You might have to dig deeper on this one. Some surface level stuff, but still worth continuing to look over. Let's keep it going. Pacers and the Sixers. This is the Pacers' 33rd game. They can get their 16th win for the season in their 16th away game. 16 sums to 33. Pacers would become 9-7 on the road, like 97, the 25th prime number, 25 date numerology on the Gregorian. It's also the 60th day of the Gregorian year. And 60 sums to 97 and 25. On the flip side, though, today we do have 9 date numerology on the Gregorian, 45 date numerology, 45 the ninth triangular number. Sixers can go ahead and just get their 23rd win for the season, the ninth prime number. They would sit on 12 losses for the season in their 18th home game. The reason why I have those marked purple on the Hebrew religious side of the calendar, it's a day leaving 12 left in the year. It's the 341st day. If you pop in the number 18, 18 sums to 143, which is a reflection of 341. So it's the 341st day, a day leaving 12 left. 18 sums to 143, the reflection of 341. And Sixers can sit on their 12 losses in their 18th home game. Hebrew date numerology of 110. They would get their 110th all-time head-to-head win against Pacers, as Pacers get their 18th loss for the season. So it could just be as simple as that. These two teams play in a series of 3, so even if Sixers go up 2-0, it's still not their last game. They've got one more to go. Yeah, outside of that, I didn't see a whole lot. But let's not take up too much time. We'll keep it moving. Nuggets and the Bulls. Nuggets can sit on 18 wins for the season in their 18th away game, or Bulls can get their 18th loss for the season in their 18th home game. Both of these two teams are played by the number 18 and go either way on that scenario. Although if Bulls do win, they would get their 16th win for the season, as Nuggets get their 16th loss for the season. Bulls would sit on 53 all-time head-to-head losses against the Nuggets with the win, 53 the 16th prime number. And this is the Bulls' 33rd game for the season. And the number 16 sums to 33. Nuggets would get their 54th all-time head-to-head win against the Bulls today if they were to pull this off. Today does have 45 date numerology on the Gregorian. 45 does sum to 54. The Nuggets coach, he would sit on 197 regular season losses as a coach for the Nuggets with the win. 197 is the 45th prime number. Nuggets coach would get his 277th win. 277 is the 59th prime number. 59 also sums to 54 and 45 today with 45 date numerology, 45, 54, 45. It would go along with Nuggets getting their 54th all-time head-to-head win. The stoppage for this, though, would be it having 9 date numerology on the Gregorian and 45 being the ninth triangular, because Nuggets can just go ahead and be 9-9 on the road for the season with the loss. And then the coach would sit on his 276th regular season win. 276 is the 23rd triangular number, and 23 is the ninth prime number. So that can plague him either way. Not a tough game here, not a tough game at all. This is one of those games that you would just have to try and read between the lines. 94th all time. Let's see if that sums to anything. 94. They even spell it right? No, 94. 47, 57, 51, 123. Nah, let's see if those numbers pop up. 50. 15, 15. If Nuggets sit on 15 losses for the season, it'd be because it's their 34th game of the season. 15 sums to 34. So if they sit on that 15, that's probably because of what? That's why 15, 34. And one of these two teams is going to go 1-0 head-to-head against the other, like 10. Nuggets either going to get their 10th away win, or Bulls are going to sit on 10 home losses as they get their 8th win. So that doesn't help much either. All right, let's keep it moving. Jazz and Pelicans. Pelicans, if they lose this game, they would become 14-20 for a season record. 14-20. Today has 9 date numerology on the Gregorian. 9 sums to 42. 42 sums to 142. And Pelicans would get their 42nd all-time head-to-head loss against the Jazz as they become 14-20, like 142, on a day with 9 date numerology. And Pelicans would sit on 9 home wins as they do it. But the number 9 also sums to 24, and it could just be Pelicans getting their 24th win all-time head-to-head against the Jazz for the season, because they can also get their 15th win for the season. And the number 15 sums to 34, and it sums to 65. 15 sums to 34 and 65. And Pelicans in their 34th game and their 65th all-time head-to-head can get their 15th win for the season. Jazz, though, is looking to sweep Pelicans 3-0 for the season, like 30. 30 sums to 35, and this is Jazz 35th game of the season. They would sit on 23 all-time head-to-head losses against Pelicans, the 9th prime number, as they get that 42nd all-time head-to-head win. 42 sums to 142. Pelicans would become 14-20, like 142. But today does have 45 date numerology on the Gregorian, and the number 45 sums to 126. And Jazz would become 12-6 on the road with the loss, like 126. They would sit on that 12 away win, as Pelicans become 1-2, like 12 head-to-head against the Jazz. The Nets and the Spurs. Today is the 17th day of the 12th month on the Hebrew religious. The Spurs come into this game with a 17-12 record for the season. They go ahead and play tomorrow as well, and tomorrow is going to be the 18th day of the 12th month on the Hebrew. So if Spurs win, that's probably going to be why, so they can become 18-12 for a season record heading into tomorrow's game on the 18th day of the 12th month on the Hebrew. Today is the 17th day of the 12th month after all, and they did come into today with a 17-12 record. It is their 17th home game. It's the Nets' 17th away game. And it could plague the Spurs, and they sit on that 17 at the same time. So today does have a 9 date numerology on the Gregorian, and Spurs can either get their 9th home win or their 9th home loss. It's going to go either way. Spurs can sit on 24 regular season head-to-head losses against the Nets with a win, 23 the 9th prime, as Nets sit on 9 away wins with a loss. But at the same time, Nets could just go ahead and get their 23rd win for the season, the 9th prime number, as they get their 24th regular season head-to-head win against the Spurs. And then number 9 does sum to 24 as well. So that just goes back and forth either which way. Today does have 25 date numerology, though, too. And Spurs can sit on 25 all-time head-to-head losses against the Nets, as they sit on 23 regular season head-to-head losses against the Nets as they get their 9th home win. It can go that way. And like I said, Spurs play today and tomorrow. So if the Spurs do win this game, it's going to because of the 18-12. Today's the 17th day of the 12th month on the Hebrew. Tomorrow's the 18th day of the 12th month. Spurs would come in, go into tomorrow 1812. I would say that's the reason. But if that's not, it's going to be the 23 for the Nets all day. 23 the ninth prime. What else? 26. No. 13. Spurs could just go ahead and get their 13th loss for the season. 13 sums to 45. Today with 45 date numerology on the Gregorian. That can be just as simple as that as well. And then they'll sit on that 17 in their 17th home game. And then Nets would sit on their 13 losses. So that's probably what it's most likely going to be, the 23-13. Was there any other 13s? Yeah, Jazz can get their 13th away, which sums to 45. Yeah, that 13. Sixers can get their 13th loss for the season. Is there any other 13? Magic can sit on 13 wins for the season with a loss. I think that's it. Yep. So Jazz and Nets. Okay. Let's go on to Cavs and the Rockets. Today does have 104 date numerology on the Hebrew Civil. Rockets, this is their 14th home game. 14 sums to 104. And Cavaliers can get their their 14th win for the season in Rockets' 14th home game, as Cavaliers coach gets his 104th regular season win. Today also has 35 date numerology on the Hebrew Civil, along with 104. It's the Cavs' 35th game, and they can get their 14th win. 14 sums to 104, 104. Cavs would sit on 21 losses for the season. Today does have 9 date numerology. 9 does sum to 21. And today has 25 date numerology on the Gregorian. And the Cavaliers can get their 47th all-time head-to-head win against the Rockets with the win. 47 and 25 in Gematria are identical. So 25, 47. They're identical in all 4 base ciphers. Rockets would get their 9th home loss on a day with 9 date numerology. And with that being said, 13, as we were just doing a few seconds ago, 13 sums to 45 in 2 of the 4 base ciphers. And if Rockets do win this game, Cavs would sit on 13 wins for the season, as they get their 13th away loss for the season. So there's a possibility for that as well. And Rockets would tie 1-1 head-to-head against the Cavs, like an 11. Today is March 1st, like 3/1, 31, the 11th prime number. It would end the Rockets' 11-game losing streak. So let's just go ahead and mark that really quick, because that would be the alternative here. And Rockets, they would sit on 46 all-time head-to-head losses against the Cavs with the win, and the Cavaliers coaches a 46th regular season game as a coach for the Cavs. So this could be a spot for the Rockets to end that game, that losing streak, as they even the score with the Cavs. Or Cavaliers can just go ahead and get that 14 and that 47 and that 104 in their 35th game. And last but not least, we have the Hornets and Blazers. Hornets 17th away game. Blazers 15th home game. With the loss, Blazers can get their 15th loss for the season. Hornets would get their 17th all-time head-to-head win against the Blazers. And Hornets would become 17-17 for a season record with the win. Hornets come into this game 7-9 on the road for this season. Hornets coach can get his 79th regular season win. As a coach for Hornets, he would also get his 89th win regular season for his career, and Hornets can become 8-9 on the road for the season with the win. Flip side, though, today does have 44 date numerology on the Hebrew Civil. Trailblazers can get that 44 all-time head-to-head win against the Hornets. Hornets would sit on 16 wins for the season, as they sit on 16 all-time head-to-head wins against the Blazers with the loss. And Blazers in their 33rd game would become 9-6 at home, like 96 and 16 sums to 96 and 33. 33 sums to 60, and today is the 60th day on the Gregorian, as well as it being the 60th all-time head-to-head matchup between these two teams. Well, I hope I've given you guys enough information. Hopefully I haven't made this video too long, and you can always put more information on top of this to help you make your pick, and I wish you guys the best of luck in your picks. Thanks for watching.